Okay, so now today we're going to talk about W.8.b, which is searching for the credibility of a source, or the ability to detect the credibility of a source. And this again is what the original formative that we used looked like. It was kind of a game board, and it had a variety of steps that you were supposed to go through to look at a source to see whether or not you thought that it was a credible source. And the website that we were originally using for that purpose kind of crashed in the middle of the day, so we were scrambling to find a different website that we could use. And we ended up using something from space.com right here, which seemed like a reliable source, and it seems like the people that put this out there are really devoted to space exploration and discovering things on other planets and outside of our own realm. However, as we went on using this website, and it wasn't exactly this page, but using this website throughout the day, we found that depending on when you went into it, you'd get some different ads. In fact, right before I went into this again, there was an ad over here for how to reduce your belly fat, and it showed this cartoon woman with an amazing shrinking belly. And then there were some ads over here for increasing your muscle mass, and it had these people with huge arms and huge pecs and everything else, just like all buffed out, but not exactly the kind of information that we would want if we were going on to find information about space. And I'm not bothered by the fact that there are Carnation instant breakfast coupons on here, because that's fine. Maybe that's a good way to get your breakfast in an instant. But again, it's not anything directly related to space. So I guess what we have to figure out is, how do we balance, is the information on this website reliable with, is it annoying? Okay, is the website annoying? Is it too spammy, I guess you could say. So if we're going to look at the first thing down here, is this site clean and professional looking and well proofread? Well, for well proofread, yes. I looked over the information again a couple times, and they do a really nice job with the information. And again, it's obvious that they have intelligent people putting this information out there. So I would give that a big yes. But as far as, is it clean? No. I don't want to know about 13 on-screen couples who have zero chemistry. And that's the kind of stuff that they're mixing in here with some of the other information that they have. So I don't think that I would give that a yes. In fact, I know that I wouldn't give that a yes. If I go back over here, it says, is there an author, and if so, does that author have a professional title? Well, there is an author, Taylor Red, and it says that Taylor is a space.com contributor. Now, we don't know, though, and you can't click on Taylor Red to find out, does that person have a degree? Do they have a doctorate? Are they a scientist? We really don't know that much about the person. So we know that they're a contributor, but just being a contributor to a website doesn't necessarily make me want to believe them right away. So over here, I'd say, yes, there is an author, and I'd put over here in the notes, Taylor Red. I could also even put that space.com contributor, but I would make some kind of an indication that that's not really a professional title, that is their job title, but it's not a professional title. So I guess this one is sort of a yes and no. What is the date of posting and or most recent update? Well, there is a date of update right here, September 26th, 2013, and it says at 5:04 p.m. So really, they were updating this information pretty recently. So that I do like, and then I could put down that September 26th, 2013 over here on my most recent update. Then it gets into contact information. Can I find contact information here? Well, it doesn't look like there's anything up here. Notice that there's want to be a teacher, 1 tip to lose belly fat, test for the Common Core. So they must know my searching tendencies, that I do search for teacher-related things. Maybe I should be searching for losing some belly fat things too, but I haven't been, so I don't know exactly where that comes from, but maybe that's just a common thing that people want. But I don't see anything here about emailing them or contacting them in any way. I know that they have all these social media things about how you can share this article. You can subscribe, you can follow them, but I don't. Oh, here is a contact us. And so I suppose you could maybe contact Tech Media Network, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be able to contact space.com. So if I'm going over here to the assessment, is there contact information? Well, yes, but I might even put a note down there about the fact that it's not directly related to that website, but more the publisher of the website. How do the authors cite his or her sources? I don't believe there is anything about that on here. We have a little blog. There is a thing about further reading, but I don't think that there's anything where they say this is actually where we get our research, which again would make me a little bit scared to trust the website. So I would say no for that, at least at this look. I haven't found anything that says how they cite his or her sources. As far as the organization that the author is connected with, that we can find, and that we found even in the contact us information, that we have this Tech Media Network. And again, to find the publisher who's ever hosting the site, I'd often go down to the very bottom of the site, take a look at who's got, or who has the copyright, and in this case the copyright belongs to Tech Media Network. Is the site's domain something other than a .com? Well, no, it says up here space.com. And if I really wanted information from NASA, which is the government space organization, NASA does have its own website, and it's a .gov. And so maybe if I wanted to find out more about water on Mars, I could go onto a .gov site. In fact, I'll just show you real quickly that if I do water on Mars, and I don't really need to capitalize here, site:/.gov, then I am taken to a nasa.gov thing about water on Mars. And here, nasa.gov, nasa.gov, NASA is their water on Mars. And I might be very much more likely to trust something that's coming directly from our nation's space agency than I would from space.com. So if I go back over here and I finally say, is this source credible? Probably because of the ads, because of the lack of citing sources, the lack of professional title for the author, I probably would have to say that I'm not real comfortable trusting this information at this time, and I'd probably have to give this a no.